So hey guys, today we're taking a look at Inferno Reckless Summon. So this is another legacy card which has kind of no real good usage. So alright, the effect is when exactly one monster with 1500 or less attack is special summoned to your field while your opponent controls a face-up monster, special summon as many monsters as possible with the same name as the summoned monster from your hand, deck, and or graveyard in attack position. Also, your opponent special summons as many monsters as possible with the same name as one of their face-up monsters from their hand, deck, and or graveyard. So we would need whatever target we want for Inferno Reckless Summon to be special summoned whenever our opponent controls a monster. So we have to do something similar to like a Call of the Haunted or Monster Reborn type effect on our opponent's graveyard, or we can special summon from deck or wherever else really for Inferno Reckless Summon. But the monster needs to have this attack value. And this doesn't summon from the extra deck, only hand, deck, and or graveyard. So the obvious place to summon from would be deck, I guess. But also, what would we possibly have as a target for Inferno Reckless Summon? Might as well throw that out there. And also, the downside kind of sucks, you know? If your opponent able to special summon as many monsters as possible with the same name as one of their face-up monsters. So, in this case, we'll assume they'll probably only have one face-up monster. But, you know, just for example, if I were to be playing, let's see, well, it depends on the exact deck, but maybe we activate like Gold Sark and Chain. Well, no wait, that doesn't work, does it? No, but yeah, if we have two monsters on the field, then your opponent gets to choose which one they actually special summon copies of. And worth mentioning, of course, is that the cards will not be negated when they're special summoned. So that slightly concerning, maybe. And that leaves the usages for this card to be done in one of two ways. So, well, I'm presuming here, or assuming for the most part, you'll probably be wanting to use this card whilst going first. That, or maybe you target an extra deck monster. Would that work? Well, your opponent controls any face-up monster. And also your opponent special summon as many as possible. So 0 would be possible, I guess. So maybe a little bit better than I thought. So is there a deck where I would have an 1500 or less attack monster? It has to be specifically special summoned as well, so it can't be normal summoned if I'm going second actually. But wait, this card is starting to seem like not good, but like usable. I'll just generously say usable. I'm not even confident enough to really call this card okay yet, but you know, we live and we learn. All right, it has to be one monster being special summoned. If you special summon two at the same time, it doesn't work. Also, first word right here, when it can miss timing. Oh, that already loses this some points. It's not an if, it's a when. But all right, if we get to resolve this, what are we special summoning here? So if we were to special something, we could use this turn 1, technically, if we were to give our opponent a card. So, like, Tengen. Yeah, we can go, like, Genken, whatever, give our opponent a card. And then we can special summon a monster that meets this criteria. And then we can special summon multiple copies of that monster. And if it has no hard ones for turns, that's probably a pretty ideal pick. Otherwise, we could just use it as material for things and stuff. Interestingly enough, couldn't we do something like this? Special summon Cyber Dragon Hurts. This counts as a Cyber Dragon. So we can special summon 3 Cyber Dragons from our anywhere. That'd be weird, but that'd work. And then there's also like, let's assume maybe we have like a Psychic Rover or something, right? If we special summon Psychic Rover on our opponent's turn, we could do this with a Sprite Elf as Chain Link 1 Sprite Elf. Special summon Psychic Rover. Activate this effect. No hard ones, right? Roll 6-sided die. If you roll whatever, destroy this many cards. And then we activate Inferno Reckless Summon after we special the Psychic Rover. Special summon more Psychic Rovers. This card is sent to the graveyard. You can roll a 6-sided die, and if you roll a 2, 3, 4, or 5, special summon this card. Cannot special summon from the extra deck while it's face up in the monster zone. I think that's fine. Then we can go, presumably... Wait, is there hard ones per turn on this card? Oh my god, there's no hard ones per turn on this card. Oh wow, that's a combo. Alright, so let's assume I special summon Psychic Rover, and then I can pop Psychic Rover. Does this have to be on field? With the same name as the summon monster. Oh my god. So you're telling me if I can send a Psychic Rover, I can special summon Psychic Rover as well in the same chain? So I don't know, maybe throw in like a DP or something. That's fine. This setup's not too hard, right? And there are definitely cards I think we can give our opponent. Yeah. So idea. Special summon Psychic Rover. Send Psychic Rover somehow, or just get it off the field. Special summon that Psychic Rover from the graveyard as well. And then we can summon 2 from deck. Activate these Psychic Rover effects, and if they land on what we need, it says destroy up to 2 cards on the field, so we can destroy Psychic Rover with this effect as well, right? And then if this card is sent to the graveyard, it special summons itself, right? Yeah, this won't miss timing for Inferno Reckless Summon, right? And then if we ever special summon just 1 Rover, activate the second Inferno Reckless Summon. And technically, if we have Sprite cards, you know, we can special summon Sprite cards as well. Because I believe their stat lines are probably small enough for this. Yes. They're small enough. Okay. Good enough for me. And if we give our opponent a monster, then they will just presumably not special summon anything. If we care about that as well, then that will also work, I suppose. It's just a matter of if we can give our opponent a card consistently, then huh. I mean, maybe it's not viable right now, but this card's surprisingly not useless. This is one of the first, and probably last times, I'll say that a legacy card is actually maybe kind of decent. Huh. But who would have thought? Kind of generically-ish playable, maybe. That this is being a little bit generous, but you know, maybe playable legacy card. Huh. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.